Hey guys, it's Trailkilla. Just want to start by saying that I'm doing this quick review of our trip because I went on this trip with Syntax 77 thinking that I wasn't going to record a video because I just haven't really had the time to do videos, and then I tried to use my cell phone and get as many clips as possible, but I didn't get as many clips as possible because I was using a phone, and also it was so cold that my phone just kept shutting off. So I'm going to review the trip, throw in some clips here and there from my point of view, and that's why I'm sitting here very awkwardly in this hotel room with Sean.
It's glamorous.
Yeah, it's
Lamp's nice.
it's a beautiful lamp. I mean,
Like gold.
we started the typical trip up here. We left at actually later than normal, about 7 o'clock at night. We finally got on the road.
Yeah, and we didn't realize, I don't think, until we were like 15 minutes into the trip that, like, oh, we might not sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Because of the timing.
But I have a Honda Pilot, which fits a twin air mattress perfectly in the back. So I turn it into a mini camper van, and I strap a cooler in there and everything. And I seriously think it's the best vehicle for short trips that we do. So with about 2 hours left, we decided that it would be better to just sleep in New Hampshire Welcome Center, I think.
I think it was Vermont.
Vermont Welcome Center.
3 hours.
Three
shy.
3 hours shy, but we got like 3 or 4 hours sleep maybe.
Yep, I think we got there and we were asleep by 2, and we woke up at like
6. We probably got rolling when it started to get light. The idea was that psychologically it would be better than going all the way and trying to sleep while it's light. Plus the temperature was probably about 20 degrees warmer there than at the trailhead, so it just seemed to make sense that way. And then we got here into the town and we pulled the weather report.
and it was terrible. Actually, driving up, I think we started to
Wonder.
and then that morning, because the report comes out usually around 5 a.m., and so we got to pull it right when we woke up in that parking lot, and it wasn't good.
We were going to go up to Mount Crawford and kind of hang out at the summit, but the weather report quickly changed, and there is like 3 days of horrible weather at the summits of all these mountains, with gusts up to 85 miles per hour and wind chill of -60, so I just don't want to do it. It's probably not a good idea. You lose a glove, you lose a finger pretty quick. It's just something we didn't want to experience.
Low visibility, summit fog.
Yeah.
So would have been instant frostbite if you lost a piece of gear, and you wouldn't be able to see where you're going. I think it was honestly the worst weather report I've ever seen while we were actually here.
And we joke that every time we come up here, it seems to be horrible because today's Sunday, same crazy forecast, but as soon as we get home,
oh, it'll be fine.
It's totally fine. So it always happens to us. So we decided that on the fly we were going to completely change plans, and we're still going to go into the woods. And we went to our trailhead.
Appalachian Trailhead.
Right here. That's the parking lot we were at. And we were originally talking of coming straight in on Airline, but we ended up taking Valley Way down past all those brooks and streams that were frozen. Came up here, then realized that we need to take the Randolph path because we want to get over here to the short line. So we took Randolph over, but before we made it to short line, we started kind of realizing it was going back uphill. We really didn't want to do all of this crazy stuff.
Real windy too.
Yeah.
Figuring it was going to be bad up there.
Yes.
Yeah, so the further up we went, the worse it would have been. Plus, it was getting steep because we had the sled.
Yes, I forgot about
That was an element.
So part of me, even at home before coming here, thinking we were going to even just go up to the summit of Crawford, I was like, I'm not going to be cold with these crazy temps. I'm going to bring a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to stop and buy some local wood and make sure that we get a fire, because I was guaranteeing that I was going to cook steaks. Like, that was probably from failing 2 years ago with the -30-degree video.
And we didn't know when we would be setting up camp.
Yeah,
I wanted a lot of work to clear.
We were going to hang out for a couple days.
Right.
So we just did that same thing in the woods, and we were hustling up the mountain with this sled, which worked well, but it was a lot of work.
On the steep sections.
Yeah, had to like tie off the sled,
pulley it around other trees.
Yeah, it was kind of heavy.
It's a little intense.
But it was a nice way to get all the stuff up. When we started getting to a certain point, we decided that we're not going to keep going. Let's just go down into the valley where it's not as windy and find a camp spot.
So we said, you know what, let's turn back. So right around here, I think we doubled back, hit the airline again, but instead of continuing up, we went down airline a little bit, then cut in, and we camped right in the middle of this triangle here. Right around where that point is, the dot and the point 2, probably maybe a little below it.
It was awesome.
It was great.
And make home, and we did. And actually, like, after running through the woods for a little while, I found a nice spot that had a view of some mountains and perfect level away from the horrible weather up top, because it was like freight train. I mean, it almost felt like if I would have stuck my hand up, I would have touched the
Yeah, it was
the
just
crazy
barely
wind. It was really weird. We were
flipping the tops of the trees.
air masses directly above us.
Yeah, you can
Nuts.
hear it. It sounded terrible, but it wasn't quite hitting us.
So it was a good spot, and you know, we did our normal leveling out the snow to make sure we had a perfect spot for the tent, and
Proper.
dug
tent
out a nice
platform.
spot for the fire.
Deluxe fire pit. Literally a whole pit to sit in.
Lots of good food.
Yeah, man.
My spam mac and cheese. That was pretty awesome. I
Eggs
love
for
that one.
breakfast.
It's my favorite one. Eggs for breakfast. And lots of booze. That was another reason we had
booze.
this bin, because you know, which was fun, because normally we wouldn't bring a whole bunch of strong IPAs, but we were thinking that the higher the percentage of alcohol in the beer, the less likely it is to freeze. And I wanted beer. I was like, I want
steak.
beer with the steak.
Right.
That's why we started going down that path, because normally you just have a little cocktail and it would have been fine. But I was determined to have like a normal meal in the woods
And a real beer.
and a real beer.
Cheers. They're gonna be good. I went through a million of these things to find the ones that I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 good ribeyes. Lots of fat. Can't wait. Bangers mash.
Oh, yeah.
That was worth it?
Oh, my God, yeah.
All right.
So that's what happened there, and those high percentages caught me off guard a little bit. I got a little bit wasted.
This is my favorite part.
Um,
Is just getting into bed and changing into a complete down outfit. Lobster gloves, feathers everywhere. Feather jacket, feather pants, feather shoes. Like, honestly, and then feather bag. Like, it's like the most comfortable. I could be in the worst conditions ever, and I am so comfortable. And yes, I may be a little tipsy right now, but I love this stuff. And honestly, I don't know how they get these feathers, but I don't really care. And, I mean,
Wait.
I don't think they kill ducks.
No, I think they just pluck them and
That's good. That's good. Thank goodness for those ducks.
And then they send them to Miami because they're like, oh, you're going to be cold now.
You know, so they go to Disney. I like it.
Yeah, that was intense. And then the next day we had a whole bottle of wine, actually 4 bottles of wine in a box.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And that was good too. That was a good time. Woke up every day with a headache, but
a little bit. Yeah.
good way to start the day.
Yeah, good way. Survival training.
Totally. I mean, it's not a good idea to go in the cold with alcohol because it does lower your core temperature. But if you have the right clothing, as I probably previously stated in my drunken stupor, it's okay.
And I really only had to drag you a mile to get back to the car. It's not like,
Yeah,
you know.
it wasn't too far.
I probably could, I
Just
could
in
have put
case.
you on the sled
Yeah.
and drug you to the car within an hour.
Speaking of that, going down was really easy.
Yeah, because of the downhill.
Yeah.
It took no time to get out of there compared to slogging in.
No, and we got the sled down half of the whole
That's
trail,
why it was fast.
which was kind
oh
of
my
fun.
god. Yeah.
By the end of it, I finally figured out how to steer the damn thing with my hands.
You did. You got some moves. You got
Yeah,
some
that
moves
was good. That was fun. A lot of crashes, good time, and then we got back here at a decent time. Checked into the Eastern Inn.
There it is.
The Eastern Inn. We got there early check-in, 1 o'clock, I think.
No, we got here at 11:45 and
Oh.
they still gave us a room.
Oh wow, it was way earlier than I thought.
Yeah.
And then we, obviously got to take a shower and be normal and go over to the Delaney's and get chicken wings and burgers and food and nachos and
Yeah, we had like a day on town. I didn't realize. I never looked at my watch until we got back to the trailhead. I don't think I realized how early we got up. When did we get up?
as soon as it got light because I was so cold and I didn't even wait. Like normally I'm in there, I don't want to get up, but I was
Right.
like, you know what? I need this
We got
fire.
it.
I have the fire ready. All the stuff I need. I need warmth.
Good chocolate coffee.
And we
And
got
it was
up real
nice.
fast.
But we still had a decent amount of time at camp. We had a whole fire in the morning. We had fun. We sledded out, and somehow still got here by noon. So
Yeah.
we had like a whole day before I
Yeah, I
would
mean, I
even
cooked
woke up
breakfast.
sleeping in on the weekend.
Decided to just eat noodles, but I
Yeah.
mean, it was nice way to start the morning. And that fire honestly was the best because as you're packing up and your hands are getting frozen with frozen fingers, you could just go back over, warm them up, and then get going. And then I put the fire out, and it was all good. So we're gonna head back, listen to podcasts on the way home, and
Oh, yeah.
get home at a normal time. Overall, I think it was a successful trip. We didn't get to do what we wanted to do,
It
But-
forced us to do something really cool, really chill.
which
Hang out in the woods. Like you
was fun.
said, have a couple adult beverages and not worry about it because you're not 5 miles away on top of a craggy summit and
Yeah.
you're totally screwed. It was fun.
it's a good time. Not a traditional camping trip. Well,
No, it was camping for
it was
sure.
camping
it
for
wasn't
sure.
backpacking,
It's just
maybe,
not total backpacking.
But whatever.
With just ultralight, but I mean, I can do that. I do it all the time. I mean, that's what we do.
I like doing new
Sometimes to have a good time in the woods is what you need to do.
You don't have anything to prove.
That's right.
Although we still hauled a 100-pound sled through the woods.
It was like 100 pounds at first.
It was a workout.
Yeah, definitely a good way to
That's
bring
your
stuff back out. Yeah, you can't have that.
I ran
All
out
right,
of
man.
coffee.
Let's actually get some coffee and go home.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks for watching Trail Killer. Till next time.
You have any words of wisdom? This is a really cool shot.
Uh-oh, do I look like whatever I say is going to have a whole lot of weight?
Oh yeah.
Just remember, kids, when you go out in the wilderness, always bring a giant tough box with you, like the type that's on the back of somebody going on vacation. Just bring it in the woods. It'll be fine. You're going to have a great time.
They can't carry that.
Oh, it builds character and muscle. Oh yeah, we used a sled because, we're getting a little older, but kids, you want to strap that sucker to your back like a Sherpa, like a 55-gallon drum. You got to lean into it and just go right up the hill.
No.
No?
No.
All
No.
kinds of people with back problems.